Fellow traders, welcome back to the channel. This is Simplify Forex Classroom, where we simplify the complicated. Alright, so today's video, we're going to dive deep into how to use the one candle trading strategy to do a top-down analysis. This is something that most traders have been requesting me to do for them, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how you can do a top-down analysis using the one candle trading strategy. Okay, so first of all, you need to start from the weekly time frame. As you can see, we are in the weekly time frame, and you need to first know the direction of the market. You need to trade with the direction of the flow. Now, looking at this pair, this is GBP USD, and look at how the pair was doing. That is, the pair was behaving. We have a push to the upside. There was a down, push, down, push, down. Now we are pushing to the upside. So GBP USD is now in an uptrend. Okay. So what you need to do is price is pushing up, you take the last blue candle or the last bullish candle. Okay, so this one you can see when price got here before the push. If you want to take a trade or analyze and hop on that buy, you take this candle here. This was the last candle. So let me zoom in, let's see. All right, so this is the last candle here. So in terms of this, you take the last candle, that is the close, and you take the low like this, and you mark the zone around that place. Okay, like this. All right, so this is what you do if you want to find a trade setup. That is, if price happened to be here. Okay, let's say price was here. Let me cut this one. Let's say price was here. Okay, so let's say price was here, and we are trying to find a trade entry somewhere around here to the upside because the trend direction is already bullish. So what you need to do is, this candle here is a candle in the making. You will take this one, you take the candle which has already closed. That is a bullish candle. Why? Because trend is an uptrend. You take that candle, the close, and then the low, you extend that. Okay, so then you come to the daily time frame because we want to find a trade entry around that place. Okay, and the daily time frame, so you can see this is the daily candle, and price was in a downtrend here. You can see we had a push down, push up, push down, push up, push down, and price push up, push down. Okay, so in a normal case, we were expecting price to push down here, break this low like this, because when we are having a downtrend, price needs to continue dropping. Okay, so the moment price doesn't do that and it changes something like this, we call it failure swing. That is, price wants to reverse. Okay, that means we are looking to take a buy trade. Now let's apply that principle here. This is the candle that closed. Okay, so this is a red candle, this is a candle that closed. So we take the high of that candle, that is the close and the low. Okay, mark this one, the close and the low, and we go to, let me change this one to this one. Okay, so now this is how the candle is. So what we're looking for is a price to come into that zone. Look for rejection candles or patterns and hop on that trade to the upside. Okay, if you want to day trade, you need to go to the 4 hour and then the 1 hour, 30 minutes for your entries. Okay, but if you want to swing trade, then that one you need to use the 4 hour for entry. That is, if you want to swing trade, use the 4 hour for entry. You start from the weekly, you come to the daily, then you go to 4 hour, and then you pick your trade for swing trading. But if you want to day trade, that is being in and out of the market, then you need to go to start from the weekly and then daily 4 hour. You come to the 1 hour and the 30 minutes for your entry. So in this case like this, you look for your entry around this place based on a smaller time frame, and then you pick your trade somewhere around here. So let's see how price is going to play out in this case. You see we have price still in the zone. Let's see. Now, have you seen how price behave? Bounce solid from the zone to the upside. I told you, you need to scale down to the smaller time frame, pick your trade inside the zone, and target the next high of the candle. Okay, so this is how to go by if you want to day trade with this. So let's go to the weekly and let's see whether we can find another intraday trade around that place. So let's forward price and let's see. Okay, so you see price is still pushing up. Okay, so in this case, if you want to find a trade, now this is the weekly, you go to the daily, and the daily too, you find the OPSI candle. Okay, so this candle here was a candle close. You can see there was a push retracement. So I will take this candle here, that is the close. I'll take this candle here, the close, and then the, okay, so you take this candle here, the close, and then the low. Okay, then expect price to come all the way to the low. Okay, price to come all the way to the low like this, and then push. Why am I taking that candle? Because we are in an uptrend. Remember, we are going with the direction of the trend. Don't skip it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Comment if you have any question, like the video, guys. Let's support the channel, push the channel up. So that's what we are anticipating. Now we are anticipating for a sell to all the way to this place. And if there's a confirmation, we look for buy. And if not, then we look for price to come to this area here. Then we take the buy. But now we are trying to focus on the weekly time frame, that is swing trading, picking a trade that is overall trend, trying to analyze the market to know where price is going. So let's go by approach of to the weekly. Okay, so now we are in the weekly and I think the replay has ended. So if you want to find a trade in a weekly like this, you mark the next candle. So this one is the bullish candle in a making. You don't mark this one. This one is a red candle, red candle, red candle. So you take the bullish candle which has already closed, you extend that one. Okay, so this is what a weekly bullish candle. This is the close and the low. Okay, so you mark that one, and you go to the daily. You pick the daily from there. So the daily too, you pick the daily. So this is the weekly. So the daily, this candle becomes the daily. You take that one to the close and the low. You extend that one to as well. Let me change this one to this color. Okay, so what you're looking for is you scale down to the smaller time frame, that is the 15 minute, 30 minute. Look for entry when price comes all the way to the zone and break out. Remember, we are trading with patterns. If price comes into the zone, we look for patterns around the zone, then we pick our trades. You can see, then we go to the 2 hour. Let's see what happens in the zone. That's in the 4 hour zone perfectly. When price came into the zone, what happened? We saw price tap into the zone, give us confirmation, push. Remember, you can see this pattern here. I told you we are looking for patterns. This pattern here was inverted head and shoulder. You can see push up. This is the head, push. This is the shoulder. It's an entry. Okay, you can even pick your trade. If you couldn't got in around this place for your entry, you could have taken your trade when price break the neckline somewhere around here. Okay, that was where price broke the neckline. You could have taken your trade when the neckline was breaking around here. Stop loss will be below here, and you target 1:2 or 1:3, guys. So this is how to do a top-down analysis and trade with the one candle trading strategy, guys. Subscribe to the channel, comment if you have any question, like the video, guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video.